Hello, my name is Callum Griffin, and I am here to talk to you about flags. So, the name of our presentation is Don't Slag a Flag, and basically, I want to talk about how important flags can be to different countries and just share a few cool stories about other country flags, how they came to be. So, to preview, we're going to be talking about what constitutes a good country flag, what are some of the elements that can differentiate a good one from a bad one. I'm going to give my three personal mediums of flag design. So three different categories that most flags can fall under. And then lastly, we're going to cover some themes among continents and among regions. So to start, what constitutes a good flag? So in Ted Kay's Good Flag, Bad Flag, a small book that he published, he gave a list of 5 basic principles. These include to keep it simple, to have meaningful symbolism, to use basic colors, that's 2 to 3, no lettering or seal, and also be distinctive or be able to relate to another. Another one of his big quotes is a child should be able to draw the flag from memory. So there shouldn't be, again, no lettering, no seals. It should be nice and easy. So one of the big things is that flags are able to represent an entire nation. They're representing millions. They, whether it's the culture, the people who have fought for the independence of the flag, and those who fight to be able to protect it. So that's why flags are so important. To a lot of people, it's just a piece of cloth, but it's a lot more. It's a lot more for those who are represented by the flag, and again, who just fight so that you're able to fly the flag above your head. So, those are the 5 of flag design. Let's go into my 3 categorizations. So, 1, drawing inspiration. So the first, if you don't pay attention to the bottom, this is the flag of Estonia. At first glance, it may seem a bit boring and bland. It's just 3 colors, neither are really exciting. Once you see it's the bottom one, it's actually the landscape of Estonia. So to start, we have the blue skies, which matches the blue up here, the black trees, and the white snow. So one way that a country was able to draw inspiration of this was to do it their own. Ukraine, they just did half, and they did their wheat fields are yellow, and the sky just like Estonia are blue. So this is one really creative way, because at first glance, you're just looking, it doesn't look as exciting, but once you see, I think this one is very, it has untapped potential. You see, and then you're like, oh, okay, I can see how that's exciting. The next one is effectiveness. So mostly, or I did not want to have to cover the United States one because I think everyone knows it. It's no fun, and everyone also mostly knows the Canada one, but it is a very, very effective flag. Everyone knows, not just because we know here we live in the United States, but people know that the 13 stripes of white and red stand for the 13 original colonies, and then the 50 stars with the blue stands for the 50 states. So in his book, A Flag Worth Fighting For, Tim Marshall talks about the positive and negative connotations of the American flag. To some, it's a beacon of hope. To some, it's just a beacon of destruction. So again, it's people are going to see the United States flag and they know instantly off, and they have their gut feeling about it. Whether you might be living in the Middle East, South America, or Europe, you have your innate feelings. So the next one is creativity. So both of these flags if your flag is creative or unique, you want a flag that's going to jump at you. I personally like the Barbados flag a lot because, as you can see, it has just three colors, very simple. The blue is on either side of the gold. The blue stands for the sea that Barbados is surrounded by. The yellow is the sand and also the sun whenever it's rising. But in the middle, it's the big piece. It's for the trident, that is for the Norse god of Neptune. So as you can see, the trident, it's missing its staff or its head. The reasoning for that is because it's kind of a metaphor for how the head, which was Barbados, broke away from its body, like the staff, the body of the trident, which was Britain. So how they broke away from Britain, and each point of the trident stands for one of their layers of democracy. And this one is the flag of Kiribati. It's island kind of in the Pacific Ocean, and it's just, as you can see, it's one flag that you can admire. It has the waves, the golden bird, kind of like a sunset in the sun. It's very interesting. So next, that was my three modes of, or my three categories. Next, I'm going to be going into themes. So some of the themes that I have. The first one is African unity. Let me grab my flag. So here I have the Ghanaian flag. Make sure I get it correct. Again, making sure the flag's not upside down. Can be disrespectful. So as you can see, there's some similarities between all of these countries, and that would be that there's red, there's yellow, and there's green. So the first flag that came up in Africa was the Ethiopian flag. This is because they were lucky enough to be the only country that was not colonized. So, and they had the three colors, and then they're very heavy on Christianity, so that's why they have the star in the middle. But the green in all of these stands for basically the wealth of the natural resources within the countries. The yellow is the mineral resources, which is obvious because that's why they were colonized. And the red is for the blood and the war of gaining their independence. So I really like the Ghanaian flag, as you can see. And the black is actually a symbol for breaking free of your colonization in Africa. So the black star, that's a big one. So that's just in Africa alone. Another theme that is seen is the Haitian influence. This is another flag that I am a big fan of, the Haitian flag. So its origin is that they were colonized by France, and Jean Jacques, one of the leader of the Haitian Revolution, was having a protest, and he asked for someone in the crowd to bring him a French flag. This is the French flag. As you can see, it has 3 stripes of blue, white, and red. He asked for them, and the Haitian people are of dark color, and the French, the colonizers, were all white. He said that he was going to cut the white out of Haiti. So he used a knife, and he cut the white out, and his goddaughter sewed the blue and red back together, and that was the first flag of Haiti. So the Haiti, after a couple modifications, this is what it came with. And Haiti, due to being able to break away from France and how successful they were, also the first country to abolish slavery, other countries in South America were coming to them with advice on how to break free, gaining their independence, and dealing with slavery. So here we have the Venezuelan flag. Again, you can see the bottom is the Haitian colors, because they were able to help them out. We have Colombian, and then we have Venezuela. So these are the countries that were very influenced by Haiti. They helped them gain their independence as well as, and they paid homage back to Haiti. So lastly, we have past rulers. So one way that you can have flags is being able to pay homage to these. So this is the Union Jack, or the Great Britain flag. You can see as it has the Cross of England and the Cross of Scotland in it as well. Some of the countries that are in the United Kingdom. And here, so the most obvious ones that have this are New Zealand and Australia. They're both similar. The only difference is that New Zealand has red stars while Australia has white. So I brought some other flags up just so you can see the magnitude of, or how many countries there are. So this is Cape Verde. They also have the Union Jack, which is paying homage to their past ruler, and Tuvalu, which is an island. They also have the Union Jack. So again, that's just another form or another theme that is seen in a lot of flags. So that is all I had. I just wanted to be able to share these cool stories and also stress the importance of understanding flags, understanding how they're a part of people's culture and how big they are for a country. All right, that's all.